Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to episode 12 of the 3am Chats podcast. Today, boys, we have the Christmas special.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah! Chat in the deep.
Well, obviously, Christmas this year is going to be very different for a lot of people. Big shout out Tier 4. But I thought I'd kick off straight away, boys, by asking you, what's your favourite Christmas movie?
Ooh! You're coming in with big questions here, mate.
Oh, mate, we are kicking off. We are kicking off.
I'm just going to quickly say Elf. No disputing. No disputing that one. I love Elf. Elf is, I know it's controversial, but there we go.
I don't think it's controversial. I think the thing is, with like Christmas films, there's like categories of Christmas films. I know that sounds stupid, but there's like the adult ones, and then there's like the stupid ones, and then there's like stupid is in like the ones that obviously aren't real, like Elf.
So Cody, try not to take offence there, mate.
I'm not saying you're stupid, but I'm saying
I
like
know
the
what you
ones
mean.
that are like
they set out
larger than life kind of things.
Yeah.
Kind of
I mean, it is a
you've got like Polar,
stupid,
you've got like
film.
Polar Express. and that type of one. So you got like the younger ones. So of Elf is I think Elf is the king of like the larger than life.
It's just magical, man. I just it's also, it kind of touches on like the realism of all like Santa's not real kind of thing, but also
Spoilers.
What are you on about? Santa's
real.
You know that, right? Santa's real.
Yeah, he's real. In Elf, he flies over he flies over New York, and it's great. It's just magical. So that's mine.
If you don't believe his sleigh can't fly, that's the belief.
He's got like a motorbike at the back or something. I'm like, what the hell is this?
That's right as well, though, Joe. I was actually going to say for my films, I was going to give a shout out to Elf, Arthur Christmas, but Polar Express is my favourite film. And I think in that film, you actually have to believe to achieve. What a film. What a film.
That's a magical film as well. Like the Northern Lights bit is just like,
it's beautiful.
Wow.
And I mean, I'm a massive Tom Hanks fan, and he is quite literally everything in that film. So
yeah, quite literally.
That's good. I'm gonna go different category. So you've kind of gone for like the classic like Christmas category.
That heartwarming.
Mine is my favorite Christmas film is Love Actually.
I
think it's just such a good film. It makes me laugh. It makes me cry. It makes me get a little bit angry. It's like it makes me feel Christmassy. Honestly, Love Actually for me is the one. Like
it's got like Christmassy feel, doesn't it?
How many people? There's so many memes to it as well, isn't there? Like when Hugh Grant comes down the stairs as the Prime Minister, like doing his thing. And like that. That bit. I can't know the words.
I haven't watched it in a while, to be fair. I think I need to. I think the last time I watched it was like 2014, maybe.
Yeah,
it's quite a while ago.
And also, you boys know that I am a sucker for a rom-com. So
yeah,
I do. I'm like the rom-com king. I'm gonna go for that.
Romance.
I'm crowning myself. Yeah.
I think a great show.
I don't know if you should be proud of that.
Hey, I'm embracing it. I love that. I love a good rom-com. Hey, who doesn't love love? So
yeah, you're
true.
Right.
Says the single one to the two people in long-term relationship. Moving on. Love Actually. I think mine used to be, but like since I've grown up, it's moved to Love Actually. But like before, I would have said Elf. Like as I've grown up, it's changed to like Love Actually is amazing. Like I love The Holiday. It's also a great shout. Jack Black going doobie 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 doobie. That bit is hilarious. Like I just
Thank you.
Well, we don't need to see it now, do we?
But like those two films, now I'm like, yes, But do you know what? I have to give a shout out to a film that I only watched this year, and it is an amazing film. It's a Wonderful Life. I'd never watched it.
Never seen it.
It's like the classic of Christmas films. It's a black and white film. It's kind of like on the Scrooge-y kind of vibe, in the sense of like it's about a guy who, it's not a spoiler because it's what it's about. It's about a guy who's about to kill himself, who kills himself, and then he goes and looks like what his life would be like if he died and stuff like that, and if he was never born and stuff like that. So I think that's what it is. Yeah. And
imagine if it's not that film.
I did watch it. No, it is that film. I just can't remember the exact things of it. I only watched it like last week.
It's quite sad, though, isn't it? Like it
is sad, but you know what? It's really sad at the start, but like by the end you feel like oh, do you know what? And do you know what? At times like this as well, it's like, do you know what? I can get through this. Blah blah blah. It's that kind of like hopeful, uplifting film. And that's a great shout for Christmas films as well. There's so many.
Do you know, that's something I find so weird about Christmas films, is that there has to be an element of sadness for you to achieve the happiness. I think that's why I like Elf so much, because it's kind of silly the whole way through. It's got a very slight touch of sadness, but you know, it's a feel-good film. I think that's what Christmas.
Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think it is? I think it is because for a lot of people, especially people will certainly be feeling a lot more like it this year. And I know we don't want to talk about it too much, is that for a lot of people, Christmas is like coming together with family and stuff, but then a lot of people not everyone has that, and Christmas can be quite an isolating time for a lot of people, because they look on, like, especially with the likes of social media now, they look at like, oh my God, they get to spend time with all their family, look at all their friends they have, look at this person's got a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever. Person's got, oh my God, that person's got a PS4 or a PS5 or whatever. And it's a constant time of like looking around and thinking like, do you know what? Like, and people can feel quite lonely. So I think when they touch on that, but then they add the other, they show the uplifting part of it. I think Christmas should be a time of people coming together, and that's what kind of
100%. You're absolutely right. Christmas is a time where, you know, families, friends, everyone comes together, and although that's not happening this year, I guess that's what the beauty of having the sadness in Christmas films does, is it elevates that feeling when they get around to it.
I mean, Cody's brother, it's his birthday on Christmas Day, and like, and Cody, in quotation marks, said off air, he was like, "That is the worst day to have your birthday."
My brother said it himself. It's not great.
So shout out Lucas.
Yeah, it's probably not the best day because you got Cody going, "Oh, it's my birthday too. Look at all these presents."
Yeah, best of both worlds, isn't it? For me, not for him though. It's like you can just bargain. You can go, "Hey, here's your present, mate. Which one's it for? Your birthday?"
So quick question there: do you have to get him like more presents?
No, not on my watch anyway.
Is that no? I just get him one, and this is
I can't be bothered. I'm just like unlucky, mate. You're born on that day. you're still getting something.
I really hope that he's listening to this.
Nah, I think he's playing FIFA. What? Sad little life, Jane.
All right, boys. Next question. The best Christmas song. What is your favourite Christmas song out of all of them? And there's loads. What's your favourite one?
I've got it first because it's nice and quick, and then I'll shut up and I won't talk for the rest of it. Last Christmas, Wham. That's my favourite.
Yeah, that is a good song.
Wasn't there a thing about being whammed or Whamageddon or something where you had to try and like not hear the song for as long as possible?
I don't know.
It's just not possible.
It's not possible.
It isn't possible.
It's
played
song.
Everywhere.
Because it's the best Christmas song in my opinion. I mean, you've got loads of others. You got like.
It's quite sad again though, Joe. You're recommending another sad song.
It's not sad. It's not sad. It's saying this year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. So it's like he's saying he's putting two fingers up to the it's George Michael. So to the guy that he was with before. So now he's saying I'm now gonna be like, you can shove your love I'm taking it to someone very special
Who deserves it?
who
Yeah.
deserves it. So now it's like a fight song kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, you. I'm giving it to someone a lot better.
I thought you said to Harry then. I was like, oh shit.
I'm virtually giving it to someone this year.
Nice. I do
that's
not want to know.
You made that dirty, not me.
So I've got two that I would like to shout out, and it is Driving Home for Christmas, because every Christmas at uni, me and my mum used to blast that the whole way home. Yeah, so it's just got a nice little memory for me. And the other one is actually a song that Joe recently brought back into my life, and it is It Christmas by the Wombats. What a banger. It is just such a tune. You need to check it out.
I feel like I've not heard it.
Well, what about you, Codes? What's your Christmas tune?
Very, very not being different. I'm just going with the crowd, and that is, I love Michael Bublé, so the song is It's Beginning to Look a lot like Christmas. If I can get it out.
That is such a tune.
The only reason why, and I know it's very overplayed, but I think one that just tells you how good his album is, because he's not written many of the songs. They've all been old classics, but the fact that his album that came out in 2011 is still probably the most played, that tells you probably how well that he and how they orchestrated it. Because It's Beginning to Look a Lot like Christmas is like, it's just a start. The intro of that song is like, that's just, I don't know, that epitomizes Christmas in my opinion. Like how it's just
with the bells and everything like that.
I'm not going to try and attempt to do it because I'm but
go on.
Everyone's heard it.
What we will do is there's a reason Cody loves Michael Bublé, so we might give you a cheeky present for Christmas.
Yes,
of
please.
why Cody loves Michael Bublé so much. So keep an eye out for that on 3am Chats podcast Instagram.
I have to say as well, though, you've got to give a shout out to Step Into Christmas. That tune just gets me going.
That just reminds me of Gavin and Stacey, though. I won't lie now.
I want to ask you both, though, is there, I don't want to go too ranty in this. Is there a reason, do you both think, why there hasn't been any like bangers or Christmas songs since like the 80s, really, or 90s? Like,
well, I don't know. You've got some, haven't you? You've got like, I mean, there's one. I think those are just iconic, though, aren't they? Mm-hmm. But like, you've got. I mean, I won't lie. Ariana Grande's one. I love that one.
Yeah. Sam Smith's done a take on
it's just. I think it's great. That's a very good one. Who else is? Oh, that Liam Payne one. It is annoyingly catchy, and I don't like it, but it is annoyingly catchy. The one this year.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's just there must have been a time in the 80s when there was like, I feel like it just got rolled out. Everyone was just kept doing these songs that were, but maybe that's just the era.
I agree. I think it's more an era thing, to be honest with you. Because if you think about music now, it's like music now doesn't really last like that long. Like a song, maybe it may last like a couple of months. Maybe you'll think about it, and then it's very rare that there's a song now that will be like timeless.
Yeah.
Do you know, I wonder how many people we'll have annoyed by not shouting out Mariah Carey, because, I mean, everyone loves that song, and we haven't said it.
Yeah, but do you know why I don't like it? It's because it's so overdone.
Yeah, it's very... I like the song. I do like the song.
Yeah, but that's me with Wham.
And it's just like, no, I'm not a massive fan of the song, I won't lie. I'm just not a massive fan. Controversial opinion.
We have Michael Bublé's version of that. It's quite.
No, I haven't heard it.
Yeah, it's on the album. It's quite underplayed actually. But yeah, it's just his voice, man. I think because he's got such a warm voice, he is almost the fire to your Christmas. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what I'd say. Is singing
there, you're sitting at the table, you're waiting for the Christmas dinner to come out. What one Christmas item are you most excited about being on that plate?
So, quick question first. Is it like we're at our own Christmas and like it's like, because mine is like, has to be my mum's roast parsnips. Because they are,
Why?
my God.
Elaborate. Why are they an upper echelon?
So she like does them. She like roasts them, but she like roasts them with like maple syrup and like.
Really?
And it's just, I don't know what she does to them. She's just they're insane. They're so good. And then I remember one year we had Christmas at our house. And Christmas at my house normally is like a huge thing. Like my dad's got six siblings, and it's just, and then they've got kids, and then they've got kids. So like it's massive classic Irish family. There's like 20 people at the Christmas table normally. And so one year my mum was like, said to my uncle Kieran, she was like, do you know what, can you do the roast potatoes? And he was like, yeah, of course. So he did the roast potatoes, and like they were no. I don't think I've ever told my mum, but like they're the best roast potatoes I've ever had. They were
really
that good. Oh my God. So if I could have one of those two, I'm like, hell yes. Hell yes. Oh my God, it's just so good. It's so I'm like salivating at the thought of it. It's that
if you could choose one, because obviously that's it's like it's all depending on who makes it, I guess, for you, isn't it?
Yeah, mine's. Yeah, I don't have like a thing. Mine's like not an item, because if it was an item, it would obviously be like pigs and blankets, because like they're the easiest things to do, I'd say. And that you don't, that are always going to be pretty good. But like, if I had to pick one of those two, I think I'd go and roast potatoes.
Yeah, if you get that right, it's golden. Oh, they have to be golden to be golden. You know what I mean?
And crispy and fluffy and
What about you, Codes? What's your go-to Christmas item on the plate?
Brussels sprouts. No, it's definitely not. Can you imagine if I actually had said that? Brussels sprouts, because I bet there's probably someone.
I quite like Brussels sprouts.
It can't be my favorite. I don't know whose favorite that is. Brussels sprouts. I still have it because you have to. Tradition, right? There we go. I'm the first tradition person. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll wait for Harry. But no, I would say it's difficult. To be honest, I'm just going to go the Randy Rogue decision and say cranberry sauce.
Ooh,
cranberry sauce.
I say cranberry. I mean, it's not really an item. Well, is it?
No, I don't know. I think that's acceptable. Like, I think to me, like cranberry sauce, like makes turkey.
Yeah, maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe I've just not had good turkey. Do you know what I mean? Maybe
it's not you. I don't like. I'm not a turkey fan.
There isn't an option for good turkey, bro.
I genuinely think when I have Christmas at my house, when I'm like older, I'm gonna be like, I know I can't get a lot much older, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. So when I've like had my own family, turkey's not coming on my Christmas table.
But tradition,
because I don't care. No one likes it.
I'm waiting for a real good, proper, succulent turkey. Where's the turkey, Mark?
I am telling you, 2 years ago when I was on the cruise ship, we had spring rolls at Christmas. It was amazing.
Turkey spring rolls?
No, vegetable spring rolls.
Oh, turkey. That sounds awesome. Turkey spring rolls. Can you imagine?
Oh, mate, it was so good. Had rice, spring rolls, brie cranberry parcels.
Oh! That's what I tried for the first time. I'm probably late to the game. I had the brie and cranberry. I'd never had that before.
Oh, I've never had that. I've never had it.
Oh my God, mate, you have to have it.
It's so good.
You will. I think you will like it.
Right, go on, Harry. You tell us yours. What's your staple item on a Christmas dinner?
Second place is parsnips.
Oh.
Yeah, my mum does real good parsnips. But first place
is Brussels sprouts.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. Don't do it. Don't do it for the podcast, mate.
No.
Let's be real.
I'm not doing it for the podcast. I promise. It's Brussels sprouts. My mum just she cooks them in like a wine.
In wine?
Yeah.
Which
red
wine?
Or white?
Red.
Oh, I think it's white wine. Yeah, I think it's white wine.
Rosé.
And I'm not like a big white wine drinker, but these are so good.
Well, what is it? Does it take like the does it take the what am I trying to say? Like
the harshness. Yeah,
Ah.
it sort of balances it out.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
they're so good.
A mellow kind of taste.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess because you're already pretty drunk.
Yeah. To be fair, that is a point. Like that is a point.
Do you know one thing I am surprised by is that none of us said pigs in blankets, which is like famous.
It's too obvious though, I think.
Yeah, I
Do you know
agree.
what I
It's
mean?
too obvious. Right. I've got two
It's nice.
questions for you boys. So, Christmas dinner comes out, and there's a Yorkshire pudding on your plate.
Here we go.
Are we for it or against it?
It's not. It doesn't belong there. So, like,
See-
I'll still eat it if it's there. Like, I like Yorkshire pudding, but it shouldn't be on the Christmas dinner.
Do you know what? I thought this. Do you know what? I was like, I was very strong opinion about this before. About like it doesn't belong there. No, get it off. But now I'm just like, now I'm like with the turkey. I'm like, get rid of the turkey. Let's get a decent, like, I don't know, something that actually I like and that everyone likes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like,
me.
If you want to put a Yorkshire pudding on your plate, have Yorkshire pudding. I don't care. If you like it, you like it, I guess.
See, this is such a turnaround. See, I want the listeners to know that the other night we were on Call of Duty talking about this, and Joe said they should be nowhere near.
I'll hold my hands up. I'll hold my hands up and say, yes, I was very strong opinion, but now I'm like, ditch the turkey. I'm like, well, technically that's tradition, so it'd be very hypocritical of me to go, no, ditch the turkey, but no, you're not allowed to put Yorkshire puddings on your plate.
Well, I think for me, it's just like save it for Sunday roast. You know, that's when I have my Yorkshire puddings. But if you have your Yorkshire puddings at Christmas, so be it. Another thing that I only ever have at Christmas is stuffing. I don't have that at any other time of year, only at Christmas.
Stuffing is the one. My mum, do you know what? My mum's. I can't wait this year. I cannot wait for my mum's Christmas dinner this year. I'm so excited. Like, it's possibly the thing that's getting me through Christmas. This whole period is the thought of my mum's roast parsnips, her stuffing. Oh, and then my mum, what she does is she like blitzes the Brussels sprouts. And then she cooks them in this massive pan. I don't know what she does with them. She puts like spices and stuff in them. And then she like gets like this thick bacon, and then she like pancetta and like she chucks that all in there. Oh my god, it's amazing. Oh,
I've tasted your mum's food, like not as in the Christmas. I haven't been for Christmas, but like in general, like it's not even just the taste. Like it's about the presentation.
Oh,
there you go. It looks as good as it tastes. You know, that's if
it
anyone,
is.
you know, yeah. There you go.
I am so like, I tell you what, I promise that when we get my Christmas dinner this year, I will upload, and I'm one of the people that doesn't like people when they take pictures of their food, but I will upload the picture of a food to the 3 a.m. chats page, and you can tell us what you think and whether you think Liz Kelly's Christmas dinner looks amazing as it tastes. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to go for it. Amazing.
I'll tell you something I'm not a fan of, and that's Christmas pudding.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's a spectacle, isn't it? It's all about lighting it and then bringing it in when it's dark and be like, oh my god, the Christmas pudding's alive, and then that's it. I'm like,
that just tells you what you want to know, isn't it? They're already burning it before eating it. Let's burn it and get in the bin. That just tells you what you need to know.
Yeah, my mum always makes me like a special pudding because I don't like Christmas pudding.
Yeah,
my mum just spoils me at Christmas.
It was jelly.
No, I think last year she made me like I wasn't here last year. The year before, oh yeah, I was here last year. Last year she made me like it's like bread and butter Christmas pudding. It was amazing. It's bread and butter pudding, but like Christmas themed. Oh my god, it was insane.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I just have for pudding. I just don't really care about it. Like, as long as it's nice. I think I have like trifle or something, like just random. This is when I knew I was getting old, because when I was younger, I was like, why are you eating? What's the obsession with having cheese and like crackers and all this ham on it?
Game
And
changer.
suddenly you hit whatever age and you realise this is what I've been missing my whole life.
Now, Cody, am I right in saying one year you spent Christmas or at least winter in New York?
I spent winter in New York. I sadly didn't get to do Christmas there, but yeah, I was there.
it like really magical though?
Yeah. Oh mate, it's beautiful. Cause I wasn't there in December. It was maybe like a month or so after, like probably start of Feb.
Okay.
I was just there with like my like show choir I used to be a part of, called Euphoria. Shout out. And basically we went to Central Park and it was all white. It had been snowing for the first 2 days, and on the third day we went to the park, it stopped snowing and it was just completely white.
Wow.
And it was just the most, I think that's why Elf, like I've just touched back on that, is why that film is so like a part of me. It's just because also I'd watched it before I went there, but it was just linking the two together. I'm like, wow, like New York in the snow is just, I was
Next
so
level.
I didn't appreciate it at the time, but I took pictures and yeah, man, magical.
I
good.
think when eventually I go to New York in my life, I'm gonna want to go in winter just so I can be like, remember like Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2, like the Lost in New York. Oh my god, that's also a Christmas film we missed out. Home Alone. That's an amazing Christmas film.
There's so many. I mean, like when I was in Central Park, I was thinking of that, and also because of the water, I was just thinking of Stuart Little because that's what I know it's not a Christmas film, but like
It happens during the winter, doesn't it? Oh
yeah. No, if anyone listening gets the chance, go to New York. It's it is brilliant. It's so. I mean, maybe because we've been to London quite a lot. Like it just, I guess, doesn't feel as magical as that because we've been there quite a few times. But there's something about like, especially in the center of New York. That's just the place to be in it. It's crazy.
So, I bought an iPad of a friend of mine at uni. I believe it was like the iPad 2 or something. And I was in my room in halls, and I don't know if someone upstairs had like running about, jumping around, knocked something off of the shelf that was above my head in the bed. I was watching Walking Dead in my bed, by the way. Knocked something off the shelf, and it fell and landed. It landed on my iPad, right? So I cracked the iPad. Needed to get the screen repaired. Very annoying. Went and got the screen repaired. And then that Christmas, I was at home. And my brother, Ryan, we've got this weird tradition in my family that every Christmas we like to jump on each other's bed really early in the morning, wake each other up and scream, "It's Christmas," as loud as we can, right? That's something that we always do. And one year, Ryan jumps on my bed, lands on my iPad, that was in my bed. I was asleep with my iPad next to me. Lands on it, cracks the screen. It's like 6 a.m, so I didn't know that he'd done this. Fell back asleep, and I woke up with glass just everywhere in the bed. I was like, "Oh no!" I thought I'd done it from being in my sleep, rolling onto it. And I look around, and there's glass everywhere, and there's a footprint in the iPad. So, what a way to start Christmas! My first Christmas back from uni. What a way to start!
I would have kicked off.
I would have too, mate.
I would have gone mental.
How were you then?
That was the first year of uni.
So Ryan was how old?
2 or 3 years older than us.
Jumping on your bed?
Yeah.
Jumping on your bed?
Oh, but don't worry. I'm going to get my payback this year, right? Ryan doesn't listen to these podcasts. Nice family support member. I am going to get my payback. 4:30 in the morning.
You break his iPad?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's an awesome story. I love that.
Oh, actually, while we're talking about Christmas stories, we've got to give a massive shout out to Cody, because it's a reference to a previous podcast and a previous story that we've told of Cody sending his mum a card in the post to mum in massive letters. Me and Joe actually just received cards from Cody that said, Harry and Joe in massive letters on the front. It was class. I can only picture the postman's face.
Cards. Will you open cards before Christmas or only on Christmas Day?
If I'm told I can, then yes. But, what if there's something in there? Like a little bit of money or a little present? A little surprise? You don't want to ruin the Christmas surprise, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the reason I open it before, because I like to hang them up and decorate my room with the cards and stuff.
I know people who do that. Yeah, like they already put it up.
What do you mean? You know people who do that? Yeah, you know me.
And me.
I know people who do
That's
that.
it.
Yeah, you're talking both of them now.
Guys, you said you had another story.
Oh, it's very, very short. I was 14 years old, and I had my uncle was round, and he'd maybe had I can't remember. I think he was drinking red wine, and I'd never really had it before. I think he had a little bit, a tiny little bit, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna." He's not really a massive drinker. And his glass was filled pretty much right to the brim, basically. And I was just 14 years old, being cocky and all that, and I was like, "Oh, I'll have it then," because he's like, he just didn't want to drink. He's like, "Okay," so I drank it, but I didn't just drink it; I just absolutely downed it so fast. I was just drinking it every, I don't know, minute, basically, giving actual gulps of it. And I sat there "Oh, this is great." And I just remember the rest of my family looking at me, giggling and laughing. I just didn't know what was funny, but I was obviously absolutely steaming and out of my mind. And I basically I think I had to go to bed at 9 p.m. because I was completely off one glass. Because I'd never had red wine before, properly. I was just completely out. I just asleep, and then everyone had gone home by the time I woke up again at probably 11. So it was just that's my story. I mean, I just never had wine, but now I love it. I love red wine. It's warming. Mulled wine especially. Oh, mulled wine, it is beautiful.
I'll have to try it again, man. I haven't had it in years.
What?
Oh, mate, it's so nice, sweet.
You have to have it hot, right?
It's just yeah,
warm. Yeah.
It's because you can't just, it's like a punch almost. That's how you how it's sort of delivered.
It's really good. I'll tell you where it was really good is Winter Wonderland. Used to do it really good.
I miss Winter Wonderland.
I
wish I
want
was
to go
going
to
this
one
year.
of them.
Oh, it's so good.
Do you know what? I think it's overrated.
What?
it?
No,
it's
they do amazing
overrated.
German sausages.
The food again is very, but then again, we're talking about food at Christmas. That's all we fucking talk about. The food is great, but I really don't like. And someone who loves London, I hate the hustle and bustle of it all. Of Winter Wonderland, because you know why? It's Winter Wonderland is full of people who don't go to London a lot, so they don't know how to act
Touristy.
in London. So they're just walking so bloody slow, and I'm does my head in. It's just go move.
I mean,
get out of the way.
That's London in general, isn't it? Really,
Joe, you're such a Grinch.
I'm not a Grinch.
You are the
it's
Grinch.
Just I'm just people standing right in the middle of. Oh, it does my head in.
Look, Cody is Buddy from Elf, and you are either Scrooge or the Grinch. 100%.
I'm glad.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Buddy from Elf, are you mad?
Buddy from Elf, mate.
Am I eating spaghetti with Smarties? What he's doing? M&M.
To be fair, spaghetti with Smarties and the maple syrup though. Spaghetti with maple syrup, I reckon, could be a thing.
I thought you were gonna say you've had it then.
No.
I definitely don't think it's a thing.
Spaghetti with maple syrup, I reckon it could be a thing.
Spaghetti cold.
I tell you what, next 3 a.m. challenge, that's what we'll be eating it. Check it out.
All right then. So check it out section. What we saying? Harry, spill your cranberry sauce.
All right. We've obviously given out a few Christmas films, Christmas songs, and Christmas foods to check out, but I would say for sure check out Acoustic Odds. They've only got 2 songs on Spotify right now, but they did a cover of Whole of the Moon. It was a viral video. You've probably seen it where they're performing it on a stag do in a pub. It's so good. I cannot wait for them to release the actual song. Just go check them out. They've got a couple of songs on Spotify. acoustic odds. They're quality. Quality.
Nice, man. Mine is the recently released Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which has just been another Netflix series. I'm suggesting. I mean, we're not sponsored, obviously. It's fantastic. I think I'm right in saying it's Chadwick Boseman's last.
Yeah, it's his last thing.
Thing. Oh my god, it's just
Is it a film or a series?
I think it's a film. It was 1 hour and 26 minutes. I hope it's a film.
Oh, wow.
But at the same time, I was kind of hoping it wasn't, because the ending is just like, oh, there's more to it. But I was watching it literally just before we doing this recording today. And I was just trying to watch it without thinking about him, about that now he's not here, because I think that can be very easy to go, oh well, he's sadly passed away, so everything he does is this. I want to watch it with an open mind and go, I know this guy is incredible, and I just want to watch it for how he did it, essentially, and not think about anything else. And he just delivered something he's so different to what he is in Black Panther. In that he's so like a massive, like, big leader. He looks massive in that, and in this film he's really obviously slim because of what he was going through, I'm guessing, and his voice is so much higher. He's like a young guy he's basically battling against his own band, essentially saying, when I get my own band, I'm going to create my own music and it's going to be great, and everyone's not really buying it, because it's just at that time in the 20s, like, being a black musician, you get paid by the white guy because of what your music is, and that's it. That's what they talk about in it. It's brilliant. And he has a monologue. It's about 5 minutes long, and it's just, when someone's properly seeing what they're talking about, and it's that is what that was. And honestly, I can't recommend that film anymore. It's not that long. Like I said, it's an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh wow.
And it's just it's one of those films, I think, where everyone tells their story in the band. They kind of, it's not like a long sort of, we're talking about where I grew up and stuff. Like, everyone just chips in. It's really funny, but also there's like heated moments where they're getting angry because of certain things that are going on in their world. But yeah, just if you can, it's on Netflix. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I can't recommend it any more. Yeah, check it out.
What about you, Joe? Have you got anything for the people?
Yeah, so mine's a little video on YouTube. It's absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
These three guys, oh my god, they're all like so funny. It's this video on YouTube. It's called the Quality Street Challenge, and it's by the 3AM Chats podcast. So yes, it's our podcast on not our podcast, our video on YouTube. Our Quality Street Challenge is out now, and it's very funny. But yeah, check it out. You can check it out via, if you're on our Instagram, there's a link tree where you can follow the link to our YouTube. There's also, or you can just search us into YouTube, 3AM Chats podcast, and you'll find all the challenges we've done so far. But yeah, definitely check it out. It's a nice Christmassy bit of fun.
Yeah. And it's actually nice food for once, because all we do is eat like terrible food before that video.
Well, I mean, some of it is nice. Not all of the Quality Street are nice.
Yeah. You have to find out.
Personal question section! All right, boys. I've got some Christmas would you rathers to wrap up the episode.
Yes.
Christmas.
So, the first one. Would you rather wear tinsel for a week or wear wrapping paper for a week?
For a week, yeah? Both for a week.
Oh, that's a long time.
I'm going tinsel.
Tinsel?
I'm going tinsel.
It's so itchy.
I'm going tinsel.
For a week?
Ooh.
Yeah, because you didn't say how much tinsel. I could just wear like a little bit around the groin.
Oh,
this guy, loophole central. Right, you got to wear a full suit of either one.
So is it wrapped around you like a mummy?
I'm like mummified for a week.
Neck down. Your decency's covered. You're going to be wrapped in tinsel or wrapping paper.
Well, and then I'm going wrapping paper.
Can I wear pants?
No.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. So this is also protecting your dignity. I'm saying wrapping paper as well. Tinsel makes you an insane person.
Well, in that case,
Brussels sprouts.
See you later. I'll go tinsel. Why not? Let's go with the flow. See how it goes, mate.
It's gonna be so itchy.
Hey, I've not worn it for a week. I don't know if it's gonna be. No, you could get used to it. We just don't know.
No,
I know.
will not.
I mean, I probably won't, but
No.
yeah, I'll go tinsel to be devil's advocate.
Here we go. Would you rather have Frosty the Snowman as your best friend or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer as your best friend?
Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph, mate. Frosty
You
the
could
Snowman's
ride
gonna melt. He'll just melt.
You could ride Rudolph. You could be like, yeah, Rudolph, let's go for a ride, man.
How cool would that be? Having Rudolph as your best pal. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and also like everyone makes fun of him. I like, you know the rhyme. No one likes Rudolph. I'll be Rudolph's friend.
Yeah, and I guess
Oh,
also he's
mate.
an animal, right? So
Yeah.
that's cute. And isn't the whole thing about Frosty the Snowman though that he's magical and he is that right?
Yeah, he doesn't. He can't melt, mate.
See, now I would say that switches it up a little
Define.
bit. It does switch it up.
Oh, okay.
No, because like imagine he just no. I don't want a snowman.
Okay, just no.
Yeah.
The reindeer is just so much better. Rudolph,
Yeah.
all the way, mate.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Oh god, here we go. Would you rather have Christmas tree tinsel for hair or have fingernails that light up like Christmas lights?
Fingernails, hell yeah. Fingernails,
Is that
all the
not a
way.
thing? Is that not a thing already?
Yeah, probably.
Fingernails. I'd have fingernails.
I'm
man.
going fingernails all the way.
Yeah,
That's
but
awesome.
I can imagine sleeping's not exactly the most fun thing in the world. Like, you know, with your lights going off.
Yeah, just wear gloves.
Did you say tinsel for hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine how bad that would look. Oh my god. Like green, sticks. You look like someone off Sims or something. I don't
It
know.
won't look as bad as haircuts that I've had in the past.
Oh, yeah. Very true. Very true. Very true. The very, very recent past.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Just
fair.
before
You're looking sharp.
lockdown.
You're looking sharp today, mate.
Oh,
Looking sharp.
thank you very much, man. New barber. I got a new one.
New barber. You fired the other one, did you? Just
Yeah, man.
sacked him.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas. You're gone.
Right, here we go. Would you rather live in a giant gingerbread house or ride on the Polar Express?
Giant gingerbread house.
Oh, Polar Express. I'd love to ride that.
You do get the hot
Wow.
chocolate on the Polar Express.
In the gingerbread house would be cool though.
Yeah.
You could eat it.
Yeah, but once you've eaten it, it's gone. You know, your house is gone.
I mean, get a new one.
I mean, you've asked something about you've asked something about trains. So what do you expect? I'm only going to give one answer.
It's a good point.
Polar Express.
Very true.
It's a very good point.
The experience.
Would you rather be one of Santa's elves or be one of Santa's reindeer?
I feel like I'm already one of Santa's elves. I feel like I've been designed for this, so all my life. So I feel like it's the job that I've been waiting for. So I'm going,
I mean, it's a bit deep. It's a bit deep, right? Both are actually, have to work really hard, don't they? They're the hard workers.
So
for
how does it
Santa.
work? Because obviously the reindeer is once a year, but are elves working all year round, or is it just like
elves
it's
work
crunch
all
time?
year round, but don't work on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Unless it's Arthur Christmas, because in that film, the elves do actually help out.
Oh, I
So-
don't know, mate. I'm guessing it's just like
Oh,
we're talking about
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Father Christmas here and elves.
Whoa,
We're
whoa.
talking about serious questions here, mate. Serious questions.
Keep the
messing
dream
about.
alive, Joe. Keep the dream alive.
No, I'm being positive. I'm a ray of positivity right now. But like,
I would love to be a reindeer, though.
I was about to say that.
It would be
I
so
just like
cool.
just because you would see the world.
Exactly. You would see the world, but I feel like now see when I was in Norway, I did dog sledding, right? And I feel like it's quite similar to a reindeer sleigh because all of the animals are working really fast at the front and all the dogs just poo and run, right? So they're just pooing while they're running. But imagine being up in the sky doing that. You're pooing on everything down below. That's not good. That's not good at all. Can you imagine being one of the reindeer at the back as well? That's not good. You're facing all the reindeer poo.
Especially, mate, reindeer's doing that anyway. Imagine then you as a reindeer. Bloody hell. Now, be like acid. Today in London, there's acid rain poop falling from the sky.
A reindeer, so say named Harry.
Unbelievable. Oh God.
Harry, the acid poop reindeer. Is what is you are. You're the acid Harry, the acid poop. Harry, the acid poop reindeer has a really poopy bum.
Now all I'm saying is, if we don't call this episode Harry the Acid Poop Reindeer, I'm angry. All right, Coz, do you want to take us out of here?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, thank you to the listener for listening. Once again, this is episode 12 of our podcast. It's an amazing achievement. This will be our last podcast of the year, isn't it? I'm guessing. We might be doing. I don't know if we might be doing one for New Year. I'm not sure. We haven't thought about it. So there might be one.
We'll do something for New Year.
Yeah. But no, this year's just been very topsy-turvy, of course. And we want to thank you all for just taking time to listen to us. Now, I think we started in August, so it's great that we're still here. We're keeping going, and hopefully there's going to be some great things coming in the next year as well. But like I said, thank you for listening. Again, head over to our Instagram, 3am Chats Podcast. Head over to our YouTube channel, like Joe said earlier. Watch our latest video. We're eating quality streets. Some of them are great. Some of them are crap. You'll find out if you watch the video. Subscribe. Give us a like. And I'm going to end it, guys, with you. I want to ask you a question each. I want you to sum up Christmas in one word. Who wants to go first?
Oh, wow.
Have a little think.
Okay, I'll go first.
Go on then.
Family.
I like it. Okay.
Joe?
I'll say, for me, magical. That's what I think Christmas is.
Nice.
Oh, and Joe?
Grinch.
On that note, guys.
See you later.
I hope you have a lovely, lovely Christmas, guys, wherever you are. Stay safe and let's boss 2021. Thank you, guys.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Big love.